3-inch Neighbor Hater slip-ons for the Harley Davidson Milwaukee 8 Softails. Are they loud enough? Let's find out. Alright everybody, what is going on? As always, thanks for stopping by to another video today. We are out on the lovely streets of Philadelphia on the lovely Harley Davidson Street Bob, out for a little cruise today. And wow, it is definitely getting colder now. Late November to December in southeastern PA. It is a little chilly, a little windy, a little blustery, but hey, we got to get these rides in when it is decent enough. So today we are talking about the Cobra 3-inch Neighbor Hater slip-ons for my Harley Davidson Street Bob. Of course, these probably fit most Harley Softails for the Milwaukee 8. So I've been getting a lot of questions about this exhaust, the Cobra 3-inch slip-ons. How do they sound? How do I like them? All that stuff. So we're going to cover all that stuff. We're going to give you guys some good looks at the sound as well. Now I know sometimes that doesn't always come through the best on camera, but we will do as good a job as we can to give you some insight into what they actually sound like. And so no real backstory to the exhaust. I didn't technically choose the exhaust. Like I said, I did get the Street Bob with about 1,000 miles on it used. They were already on there, and they definitely, I'm going to tell you, they definitely helped me make my decision, because as I'm taking a look at this thing, obviously I want to take it for a test ride, see how it sounds. Obviously they're much better than stock. And when I first saw the thing and I turned it on, I was just like, wow. I mean, the exhaust kind of almost sold me. I mean, I probably still would have got it if it was a stock exhaust. I would have been changing it anyways. But just to already have the slip-ons on there, buying it used, was kind of a nice benefit, kind of a nice perk. You know, you don't have to deal with changing them out yourself so far. They were already on there, already sounding pretty good and all that. Now obviously I do know with the Milwaukee 8 it can sometimes be a little bit difficult to get this thing to sound good. Stock is obviously very restricted, very muffled. I know a lot of times you got to go 2-into-1 or throw cams on the Milwaukee 8 just to kind of get it to sound really good the way people want it. But I'll be honest with you, so far having these and running with these here on the Street Bob, I've been liking them so far, even though they are just slip-ons. Like I said, we'll give you a closer look at this here in just a minute, but I have been liking them so far. And I also like this slimmer profile look that it gives on the side, which we'll also take a look at. So my visor is down right now, but we're going to do a road test here in a couple minutes. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull over first, give you a little walk around to the noise, some startups and different stuff, some drive-by, things like that. And then we're actually going to take it out on a road test. I will pop the visor up. I'll run through a couple gears, let you know what it's going to sound like off the bike, let you know what it's going to sound like on the bike. Try to get you as good a sound of this as we can so you can make your judgment on what you think they sound like, and if you would ever be interested in getting them yourself. I know there is a lot of different brands for slip-ons at least. Now remember, this is just kind of slip-ons. I don't have 2-into-1 yet. That's kind of like a whole different category in my opinion. I do think it sounds better in most cases. But for slip-ons, you know, you got your S&S, you got your Reinhardts, you got your Tab Performance. So far from what I have heard, I honestly think these are the best. Not just because I have them, but I really have liked these the best so far. I've heard a lot of other ones in person, and I do like these. First things first, let's pull in our favorite little SEPTA lot here, and we will do some off the bike walk arounds and some startups here for you. Alright, let's give you a quick little pull with the visor up anyway. First gear. Anyways, we'll get back to that. Alrighty, so we're pulled over now. First things first, obviously exhaust always has some looks factors to them as well. Again, they are just slip-on, so we've got the stock header coming down here. So this gives you a close-up of what they're going to look like. Little Cobra USA insignia here. Now the reason I like these from a looks perspective is they're a little bit slimmer than a lot of the other slip-ons I've seen out there. S&S is a little bit bigger, Tab Performance is bigger, the Reinhardts are bigger. And I just like this slimline look. A lot of those other ones look to be the same size as stock, which stock is just way ugly, like way too big, way too much. Back it out a little bit farther here. I do love just kind of that slim line look. The size is almost kind of the same as it flows into the header, just a little bit bigger. Give you a look kind of from the back side here. This is what they're going to look like from the back. But the almighty most important part is how do they sound. So let's go ahead and do a couple startups. I'll walk around front, back, side to side, let you hear what it sounds like while it is started and idling. Give it a couple revs as well for you. Now keep in mind, obviously I do know that the sound doesn't always do it justice on the camera, but we're going to give you kind of the best sound as we can. I'm also going to leave the windsock on the microphone I have here because I think that kind of gives a little bit clearer, better type sound instead of through the GoPro itself. Alrighty, so we have it in neutral now. We're going to go ahead and start it up. Alrighty, so next up, let's do a couple drive-bys, pull away, see how it sounds from there. Alrighty, so we got the walk around of the sound, we got some drive-bys, now we're on the road, we got the visor up, we are in first gear, approaching about 3,000 RPMs. We'll give it a couple pulls here with the visor up. Second gear. It's kind of windy today too, I hope that's not kind of affecting the sound at all, but so there you go, we're in second gear, about 3,000 RPMs, and let's give it another little pull here. Back off, get a little decel pop. Alright, we'll drop it down a little bit. Second gear, about 3,500 RPMs. Let's hit third. So that was third gear, up to about 4,000 RPMs. Alright, so I know we can usually open it up this hill a little bit. First gear. Second gear. Slow down here, a little bit of a stop sign. Alright, we will approach this hill as well in first gear. Just cruise, let it climb. Then we'll hit it a little bit. So this is just cruising speed in about third gear right now for a little sound of that. Alright, it's too windy. I gotta put this visor down. It's like burning my eyeballs out. So there you go. That's a little bit of everything we got going on with the Cobra 3-inch Neighbor Haters there. like I said, I like them so far. I mean, it's not overbearing, obviously, because of course most of the time with slip-ons, I mean, you're almost limited at how much sound you can really produce. Like I said, a lot of times 2-into-1. Then even on top of that, cams is going to give you kind of the best sound out of that. But I'll be honest, I have liked these so far, and the thing that I was actually surprised about liking them is the fact that I've been using this for a little bit longer cruising has been nice, that it hasn't been like rattling my brain apart. It's like a good, smooth, kind of mellow tenor, mellow sound out of there, but still gives you a little bit of rumble out of the Milwaukee 8 to still get some noise. Like with my Sportster, sometimes it's just like so loud and clunkily and rattly. I'm just kind of like, man, this is like wearing on me a little bit. But this gives you a nice kind of smooth sound, a smooth growl to it, so that when you're traveling those longer distances, you still get sound, but it's just a little bit more comfortable and not as annoying kind of on the head and ears. So that is my thoughts on the Cobra 3-inch Neighbor Hater slip-ons for Milwaukee 8 Softails. Well, let me know what your experience with Cobra is. Let me know what you think some of that sound was like. If you like these, if you don't like these, if you got any other recommendations. I think maybe someday we will probably throw 2-into-1 on this. Not exactly sure which one. I know Cobra has a couple good 2-into-1s actually as well, so that might be good. But as always, that's going to wrap this one up for now as we continue this ride down Ridge Pike in the Roxborough section of Philadelphia. As always, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, drop those comments down there, be a friend, tell a friend. As always, ride safe. We will catch you on the next one. Make it a good one, guys. It's the Moto Jawn. We'll see y'all on down the road. Peace.